Welcome to Bethel High School for today's matchup between the Bethel Bruins and the Kecoughtan Warriors. Bethel comes in at an even 5-5 after their tournament championship over at the Boo Williams Holiday Tournament, and Kecoughtan comes in at 7-5 on the season. We had a lot of snow, so a lot of these teams haven't had a chance to practice or play, but this is the first game back since the holidays. So we are going to toss it over to Frank Edgar, who has a special guest, the head coach of the Kecoughtan Lady Warriors.
All right, thank you, Wube. I'm here with Kecoughtan head coach Mosey Toomer. Coach Toomer, you got to play one game since the snow, but it didn't go well last night.
No, it was rough. Being off all that period of time, 5 days, kids started declining and getting lazy, and so it was rough getting back on that horse.
You've had 24 hours to recover, plus to get over not only last night, but the snow delay. How do you feel your girls are going to be ready tonight?
We really don't know till like the first quarter. We get up and down. Girls are kind of up and down sometimes, but I think if they play hard, that's what I really want right now, to compete. Then once we get back into practice, we'll try to clean up things.
Now, this is your fourth year as the Warriors head coach. How do you feel your team is progressing compared to other years?
Right now, at 7 wins, that's probably about the best we've done since I've been there. So I think right now we got a chance. We got to see some opportunities. We have some other games that got by us, but credit to the other teams. They play hard too. So I think right now we're in good shape. We let some games get by us, but if we continue to play hard and continue to grow, I think we'll be fine.
Well, very good. Good luck tonight. Kecoughtan head coach Mosey Toomer. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. Coach Toomer doing a great job over at Kecoughtan with a 7-5 record, and this is definitely a matchup that everybody's been waiting to see. It's a rival, not necessarily a Peninsula District rival, but they still play twice a year. The first time these two teams met, Kecoughtan won by 1 point over at Kecoughtan, and now Bethel's time to come back and try to get some revenge. And with that said, we have Frank with the head coach of the Bethel girls, Michelle Dean.
To the Bethel Bruins, Michelle Dean with me tonight. Coach, you haven't played in a couple of weeks, correct?
That's correct, since the Christmas tournament.
What are we going to see out of the Bethel Bruins tonight?
Well, we hope to continue to build off of what we've done over the Christmas tournament. We really came together as a team during that tournament. We won 3 straight. I feel like it was a great time for us to come together as a team, build chemistry, build momentum, and so we hope to continue that tonight.
And there's some familiar names on this team from last year. Who should the fans look for to really lead this squad?
Well, I definitely would watch out for Jada Price, our freshman. She actually got the MVP of the Christmas tournament. And we also have Jelani Davis, who's a returning starter for us from last year. She's going to be starting at the forward. We have Jalen Rain starting, Empress Palmer, who's a senior, that's starting. And then tonight we're going to be bringing Ayana Chambers off the bench, Paris Williams off the bench, and also Armani Talley.
Any surprises in store for the Kecoughtan Warriors tonight when they face your Bruins?
Well, you'll have to wait and see.
Very good. Congratulations, good year so far, good Christmas tournament, and we'll see how it goes tonight.
Thank you so much.
Bethel head coach Michelle Dean.
All right. Thank you, Frank. Just want to talk about some of the officials we have today. We have Alexander Askew, Mangenius Jackson, and Pete Showalter. They will be officiating this girls' game today over at Bethel High School. Partisan crowd, as the crowd is starting to file in for the first game of 2, as we're going to have the girls and the boys game today here at Bethel. So just sit back and relax and enjoy the action here at Bethel High School. Me and Frank Edgar, I'm Wube Gabre. We'll bring you the action as the band is also here at Bethel High School, the gymnasium, the home of the champions and the home of academic excellence, as Mr. Ralph Saunders likes to say. So Frank,
we're at Ralph's house tonight, aren't we?
Ralph's the home of academic excellence.
That's right. Saunders does a great job over here at Bethel.
Oh, he's a great guy.
But it's kind of a quiet gym tonight, isn't it, Wube?
Yeah, the rain might pull some people back, as you see the athletic director, Lee Martin.
Got to say, I was being a little facetious. The band has been warming up, and they seem to have brought every brass instrument they own out here.
Exactly.
So I hope everybody can hear the interviews. Great to see the coaches back. Both, have had their challenges over the last couple of years, but they have surprised when they needed to.
Well, Bethel just coming off of before all the snow, they went over and won their division over at the Boo Williams Holiday Tournament, which was a great a great win, a great tournament for them if they won 3 games over there. So they stand at 5-5. That even the record at 5-5 after those 3 victories.
And they, of course, Bethel comes in having not played in a couple of weeks since the great snow. Now, for you folks that are from out of our area, we were out of school for a week due to snow. This isn't quite Buffalo, New York, but it impacted on us a little harsher. And during that time that the schools are closed, the teams can't practice. So there's a lot of uncertainty about how they'll come back. Now, Coach Toomer was able to squeeze in a game last night. Didn't go real well, but he did get his team on the floor. You think that'll benefit them tonight?
It can. I mean, with extra time, I mean, that was basically their practice. They haven't practiced, like you said, since before the holidays. So, you know, that could have been their practice for tonight. Bethel, of course, hasn't practiced. They practiced yesterday, and that was it. So this is their first game since the holiday tournament.
Well, in those holiday tournaments, I didn't get to attend many of those this year. There are now plenty of them around. I was glad to see Bethel do well in that tournament. It's a nice tournament to come away with a victory in.
Absolutely.
Now we got some familiar names with the Bruins. You and I have called games over here before. I think we were here last year when the Hampton Crabbers came in. Armani Talley, Empress Palmer, Paris Williams, the 3 that I recall. But Jelani Davis is going to get the start tonight. Jalen Raines the start tonight. And real, and Jada Price.
Well, there's been a little
start, and she's a freshman.
A little shuffle. I mean, you have a couple players. I know Paris Williams is coming off of an injury, and unfortunately, India Hansley, her dad passed away, so she won't be able to play tonight.
And send our regards to her family.
Absolutely.
And look forward to seeing her later in the year.
Absolutely. And Anaya Chambers, she sprained an ankle, so she's not going to start tonight. So. Yeah, so we're going to have some new starters come in tonight, and we're going to see how they can step up and play.
Officials here with us tonight. They, too, have been off of work for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mentioned them earlier. Mr. Alexander Askew, Mangenius Jackson, and Pete Showalter are going to be officiating tonight's game.
The nice thing about the Peninsula District, they provide very good veteran officials, and it makes the games much easier. There's Coach Dean there on her bench watching the Kecoughtan squad warm up in front of her. The teams warm up on the opposite end where they sit in the first half.
And she's with assistant coach Amber Dorsey, who was a former Bethel Bruin, former player. And Elliot McGowan, he's an assistant coach as well. He coaches the JV football team. So Bethel standing the family and bringing the coaches back to help out.
So we're expecting some physicality. We got the athletic director, Lee Martin, here. Lee, always nice to see him and come over here to his house. They haven't seen Ralph Saunders. You seen the principal tonight?
I saw him directing traffic earlier today.
He does it all.
I'm sure he'll be here tonight.
He does it all.
I'm sure he'll be here tonight.
Well, we got the full crew tonight. Glad to have everybody back together. We haven't been together since football, and looking forward to a wonderful night tonight.
We have
we got good floor work, of course, by Steve Fryer. And
Steve Fryer on the ground. Alex Bagoli up top, along with Susan Bowers, the veteran of the crew.
And the pictures this year, and I hope you, as your fans, if you like what you see, if you like the quality of it, please give a call in to your school board and tell them how much you've enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
We get good support from our school board, and really appreciate the opportunity to do these games. Of course, you and I would come to games regardless, but this is a front row seat for us.
Absolutely, this is a free front row seat for
front
us.
Row,
so we'll take
hot seat in what is going to be a steamer of a gym tonight.
Oh, it's going to be.
Folks, we had
with the weather. With the weather the way it's been, the last 24 hours. I mean, I don't know if it's winter or fall out here.
All you got to do is wait 24 hours. We've gone from snow all covering the ground, and to today, all we have is rainwater.
Absolutely. It's going to be 30 degrees on Sunday.
And look, that's right, back to 30 degrees. So wonder not all of us aren't sick. I mean, it's been that kind of weather for us here in the Tidewater area. Steve Fryer getting a picture of us. There's Steve Fryer, and what a wonderful job he does. So we've got the #1 crew here tonight to bring in this game. The gym seems a little dark up in the stands, but the floor, maybe it'll get a little lighter as the sun completes its setting outside.
We see a
lot of fans here tonight for the girls' game, and that's always good. Officials going and meeting the coaches.
They want to get a shot on TV.
A minute to go. Is that what she wants? Yeah. Young lady next to us trying to get on TV. Depending on how this goes, maybe she'll take over for the boys' game that's going to follow. Minute now left before the start of the girls here at Bethel High School.
So Frank, we don't really know what to expect from these two teams. Again, we haven't seen them play yet. With all the break, you never know how your team's going to respond with the layoff. Of course, like you said, Kecoughtan did play yesterday, but for Bethel, they haven't played. They have a couple girls not playing tonight, so we'll see what happens.
And I like I do like the coaches. I think they've brought a lot to these squads, and we're going to see if they can, as they have to adjust, see if their system will outlast the adjustments here and they can get a win tonight. It's a big matchup for these two. Inner city still counts in the community.
Absolutely. I mean, the formerly called the Peninsula District, it actually meant something. They still play twice. All the Hampton schools play twice, regardless of classification.
Now, Bethel's in what,
5A,
Division 5A, 4B, 27/6.
Yeah, luckily they're both in the same division. If you want to do it like a division problem.
Which means they play their first round game over at Oscar Smith. Is that how that works?
Probably play the beach somewhere.
Hickory.
Or Hickory or Grassfield.
VHSL won't like it, but it's a complex.
I think they've taken all the conferences out of there, so now it makes more sense now.
But of course, if you go out in the community here in Hampton, they're going to ask who won the local games, and those are the ones they ask about first. Introductions now for the two squads. Kecoughtan should be introduced first. La Patrice McFadden gets the start. She's wearing number 1. McKenna Watson, number 12. Faith Butler wearing number 30. Alana Sellers, number 32. And Diamond Lewis, number 40. Lee Martin doing the introductions here at his school. McFadden, very tall young lady, wearing it number 1.
I mentioned before, Frank, these two teams, the first time they played, Kecoughtan pulled out a 1-point win. Bethel missed 18 free throws in that game. And Coach Dean, I'm sure, after that practice, we're on the free throw line, working on their free throws.
Well, and then this Bethel hoping to return the favor right here on their home floor.
Right.
When you look at these young ladies, they're much taller than you would think you get out of a smaller school. Hampton had the size of student bodies had dropped a little bit, and it's good to see a lot of athletic young ladies out here playing basketball. So that's Mosaic Toomer's Kecoughtan Warriors. Now we'll see the Bethel Bruins getting the start over there. Empress Palmer wearing number 3 tonight. Jelani Davis, number 10. Jada Price, number 21. Jalen Raines, the freshman, number 24. Jada Price, the freshman. Jalen Raines, number 24. And Anjanae Davis, wearing number 30. So Price, number 21. Keep an eye on the freshman. You heard Coach Dean say she's kind of fires this team off. Let's see what she can do tonight here on her home floor after a long layoff.
Yeah, so you have the freshman point guard who runs the show.
Be warm here for these young ladies again with the heat on for the last week and a half, and then these 70-degree weather today with the rain and the humidity. It's quite muggy in the gym. That could come into play here. Kecoughtan again just played last night, so I imagine they'll be the ones that have struggled a little bit. Bethel probably used to its own humidity here in its home gym.
We'll see what advantage that has, getting that one game under their belt for this district matchup.
Jalen Raines to jump against Alana Sellers, the Warriors' number 32. Watch for Diamond Lewis. I've known young Miss Lewis for a long time. She's quite the athlete. So is Alana Sellers, number 32. And here we go.
So tip off here at Bethel High School. And it's taken by Bethel, and that's number 21. That's Price.
That's the freshman.
Over to Palmer. It's going to be a
walk
travel
in there. Probably a little dribble would have helped. But turnover by the Bruins. Jelani Davis had an avenue to the basket and just took an extra step. So here come the Lady Warriors.
Well, that's to number 30, Butler. Butler brings it over the half court. She's pressured by Price. Palmer was almost a steal. Almost a travel by Kecoughtan. Good defense by Bethel as she goes baseline. Goes inside to number 32, Sellers. And Sellers lays it in with the left hand. 2-0 Kecoughtan as they put pressure.
Yeah, nice tip right to Alana Sellers.
Another turnover by Bethel. That's 2 turnovers.
And that's 2.
So not only are they missing free throws, Frank, they're turning the ball over early in these games.
Yeah, the Bethel defense looked pretty good that time. Kind of a tip that led the ball to Sellers in a good spot. Let's see if the defense can keep it up here against the Warriors.
And Watson pressured by Price. Back over to Watson. Butler and Watson playing catch.
No shot clock in the high school game, so none of that worry.
The Butler goes, passes over to number 1. That's McFadden. McFadden way off. And Davis with the rebound. It's Jelani Davis. She's also a good shot put and discus thrower on the track team. As Price goes in, the freshman dribbling through 2 defenders, and she double dribbles, but it looked like it was tipped, but I don't know if the referee caught it.
I think the touch was on the ball itself and not on on the ball on the way down in her dribble. And they didn't seem to get that, register that as a steal attempt.
So back over to Kecoughtan as Watson and Butler in the front court.
I like the Bethel defense. They're coming out deep. And the ball generally staying outside.
Goes into Sellers. She scored the first 2, and she misses that one. Rebound by Davis. He's just doing a great job on the boards for Bethel. Pass is way off, intended for Palmer.
As you see, what an important cog in the Bethel wheel is number 10, Jelani Davis.
This time it's Butler who brings it up. Still pressured by Bethel. Good defense. It's almost taken away. It is taken away by Palmer. Palmer with the steal. She goes in for the layup, a little move, and she puts it in. 2-2 after the layup by Palmer. The Palmer is the senior. More pressure by Bethel. Butler inside. Almost stolen again by Bethel.
A good defense by the Bruins so far. Warriors going to figure out how to get the ball in on a little more orderly fashion.
Oh, another steal. This time it's Palmer again. Crossover. Layup is missed. Rebound by Sellers. Looks like Butler's playing the point forward, as they call it now. She's dribbling it. The Price is all over on the defense. Good defense by Bethel. Over to Watson.
Well, 3-2 defense extending out.
3 taken by Butler. Off. Rebound is by number 32, Sellers, and she's called for traveling, Frank.
Well, it's a nice hand there by Jelani Davis as she got just enough of the ball to cause the travel. Davis was somebody that throws the shot put and discus is much quicker than you would think.
She is.
And she's gotten very good on the basketball floor.
Good bounce passes. A little give and go.
Yeah, that was, I want somebody to be there, but there wasn't.
So back comes Kecoughtan. 3-point shot taken by Watson. It's good.
Nice start for Watson.
McKenna Watson. 3-pointer is good. Price goes up. The freshman layup is way over. A little high arcing shot. Touched by Kecoughtan is going to stay with Bethel.
Well, let's see now. It's the first time we've seen Bethel really settle it down on offense.
So it's going to be inbounded by Palmer.
Kecoughtan in that 3-2 defense against the inbounds.
Going to be kicked out over to Raines, and Raines gives it to Price. The freshman splits the double team, goes in with another high arcing shot off the mark, gets her own rebound. No, taken away by Watson.
Good play by Watson. By Butler. Faith Butler all over the floor tonight for the Warriors.
Absolutely. She goes in for the layup. Good pass over to number 1. That's McFadden. That's 7-2 Kecoughtan. More pressure by Kecoughtan as Jelani Davis brings it over to Price. Price crossover, goes over the timeline. Jump shot is taken, and it's in and out. Good rebound by McFadden. That ball was in and out, Frank.
McFadden showing you the benefits of being tall there. Good positioning on her feet as well. Bucket and a rebound right in a row.
There's a foul
called
by Palmer.
Empress Palmer picks up her first. Out goes Bethel's number 30, Anjanae Davis. In comes number 5, Ayanna Chambers.
Chambers has hurt her ankle at practice. She's usually a starter, but she's in there now. Also in is Paris Williams. She's another starter that was hurt, just came back. Chambers making an immediate impact with a layup.
Really
it's good.
I think she tipped that ball off the official over there and kept it in bounds.
So 2 normal regular starters, Frank, are in the game now. Paris Williams just coming off an ankle injury, her first game back. And Chambers, her ankle yesterday, is back. So now Bethel might have a better chance of coming back here. They're going to call a foul as Sellers went in for a layup.
Reams picks up her first, number 24 for the Bruins. 2 fouls now on Bethel.
So Sellers is going to be at the line shooting 2. 7-4 Kecoughtan early on. 3:35 left in the first quarter.
Alana Sellers with 1 bucket already.
Nice shot by the lefty.
Which is something sometimes opposing teams don't pick up early enough in the game, and you see that she's working this side, the near side of the court, so she can use that right arm as a guard, and she goes up with her left.
Second free throw, she puts a great backspin on it. Second free throw is no good. She gets her own rebound, lays it up and in.
5 now for Sellers, leading her squad, 10-4 Kecoughtan.
So Price over to Williams. Williams pressured. Kecoughtan press. Both teams are doing a lot of full court pressure. Williams goes in, is taken away. They're going to call it jump ball.
And that's going to be McFadden ball right there to put a clamp on it. And the ball's going to belong to her team. 3:17 to go here in the first. 10-4 Kecoughtan. In comes Deanna Guild for the Bruins. And Jalen Rain's going to get a break.
So Butler, again, like I said, that point forward position, it looks like she's trying to bring it up for them.
A matchup zone here.
Yep, over to Watson. As Butler goes in again, no good. Kecoughtan just killing Bethel on the boards.
That was
They're going to call another jump ball, and it's going to go over to Bethel.
Well, the Sellers again on the tip underneath. She had good position. Well, it's Bethel ball. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first. Somebody's opened the door out there. I think we've cooled down just a hair.
As both teams full court pressure. Over to Davis. Davis kicks it over to Price. Price jumper is off, air ball. That's going to be rebounded by number 40. That's Diamond Lewis.
Good position by Miss Lewis.
Butler kicks it over to number 12, Watson. Watson, another 3. Actually, it was a 2. Her foot was on the line. So it's 12-4 Kecoughtan. More pressure as Price dribbles it out of bounds.
Freshman probably needs to turn more to the pass, not the dribble. That time she steps out of bounds. Another turnover on the Bruins.
So timeout Bethel as Coach Dean wants to talk about it.
Well, 12-4, we didn't quite expect this with the team that had just come off a game last night, but maybe a little rust on the Bruins part tonight. We'll get the band going here at Bethel High School. Folks, if you enjoy what you're watching, come on out and watch the game. Love to see you out here at the gym. Of course, the Hampton Schools, the Phoebus Phantoms, Kecoughtan Warriors, Bethel Bruins, and Hampton Crabbers. Crabbers in action, as are the Phantoms tonight. They're both coming off the week-and-a-half delay.
And of course, we're going to be doing that Hampton Phoebus game later on in the season over at Phoebus.
Always a good one over there.
Only one loss so far against Green Run in the tournament, so they're actually doing
probably
the
the
best
stars of the Peninsula District so far this year of both girls and boys basketball.
So they're all, they're in the smaller division in 3A, so they look for them later on in the season.
So here comes the number 11, Kyer Ely. Ely's mauled out that time by number 5, Ayanna Chambers. Her first foul. India Bone in the game for the Kecoughtan Warriors.
So Bone comes in, gives it to number 11, Ely. Another layup by Kecoughtan as they're getting easy shots under the basket.
That's number 23 for the Warriors, Skylar Nettles with the basket. Yep. Oh, excuse me, 21.
Davis,
Jada.
look inside. to Guild. Guild loses it. She's on the, as Chambers loses it, I'm sorry, and then going back over to Kecoughtan. So Bethel just turning the ball over.
Yeah, 4 turnovers here in the first quarter for the Bruins. Kecoughtan with some, substitutes in to bring the ball up. Let's see if Jada Price can harass that ball away.
Really impressed with Butler. She's an integral part of this team. Good pressure by Price.
A matchup zone again.
Faked it 3. It's Ely, and she loses it. It's going to be Bethel's basketball.
That time Bethel's Paris Williams and Ayanna Chambers formed kind of a wall down there. Full court press here by the Warriors.
Now
they see something they think they can rattle.
More full court pressures. Kecoughtan is doing a great job. Williams fakes the 3, drives left hand, loses it. Picked up by Davis. Johnny Davis takes a jumper, and it's going to be no good. Looks like it's going to be off of Kecoughtan. Bethel's going to keep
off Jada Buck.
So Bethel not really going to the goal, taking jumpers. As their freshman guard Price is taking a break here.
Fast-moving game. I mean, very good defense by the Warriors.
Chambers for 3, no good. Rebound by by Butler. Butler looks up, goes to Bone. Bone loses it, and it's taken away by Bethel.
A little bit ahead of herself there. They'll call blocking foul that time on Kecoughtan's Faith Butler, her first. One she didn't want to get. Couple of substitutes for the Bruins. Number 2, Armani Talley comes in. And back in the game is Empress Palmer. Palmer with 1 foul and 1 basket here in the first quarter.
Chambers over half court. Inside, trying to go to Talley. She loses it. Of course, there's our girl, Sellers, all over the floor. I'm sorry, Butler. I beg your pardon, Butler again. Over to number 40, Lewis for 3, no good. Rebound by
Empress Palmer.
By Palmer.
Very good rebound.
Going over to Chambers. Chambers goes in for the layup, and it's blocked, and they call a foul.
Personal foul that time. It can be questionable. Warrior coach Mosé Toomer not happy with that. I'll give in to Ely.
So Chambers' first free throw is no good. And again, this was their bugaboo the first time they played Frank. They missed 18 free throws.
Can't win games like that. And they're here at home too, so we should see a little higher shooting percentage here.
Second free throw by Chambers is no good, and miss another one. Davis is in there for the rebound. It's going to be
off of Jelani Davis, I believe.
Looks like it's off of Butler, and they're going to give it to Bethel. So Talley, good up and under move as she throws it almost over the goal, gets her own rebound. They're going to call an offensive foul on Talley.
Yeah, it came right over the back that time. Armani Talley picks up her first foul.
You see some UVA fans coming in the house here, Frank.
There you go. Obviously got the right sweatshirt on. Team Virginia football. Bethel keeps possession. Kecoughtan press having an impact.
Both teams.
Bethel's press that time.
Both teams have been using the full court press. So Kecoughtan up by 10. I think I'm a little surprised by this 10-point lead by Kecoughtan, but still early.
Under 10 seconds here.
It's going to be an air ball.
Collision down there, no foul. Just be called out of bounds with 3.3 seconds. Ball's going to belong to the Warriors. And let's see if young India Bone realizes he got 3 in a third second.
As Coach Toomer saw that she didn't realize there was 3 seconds left, and he calls a timeout.
A good timeout by the coach.
So
his first.
14-4, Kecoughtan. I mean, a little surprised again, and not to harp on it, but they have been out for, 2 weeks, haven't practiced. two practices in the past 2.5 weeks.
Well, they haven't played since just after Christmas.
Right, the 28th.
So they haven't played in 2000. Bethel hadn't played in 2018 yet.
Exactly.
And this is the 12th.
And of course, players just coming off of injury, they haven't practiced. It's tough. It's a tough situation right now for Bethel and Kecoughtan. But again, when the lights come on, the whistle blows. When the referee blows the whistle, you got to play.
Well, and Kecoughtan obviously got some of their jitters or rust out last night, even though they lost.
So it's going to be intercepted by Tally. She's going to have time to shoot it, and she's going to pass it up.
Yeah, that does it for the first quarter here. Kecoughtan outscores the Bruins 14-4. Leading scorer for Kecoughtan, Alana Sellers with 5, and McKenna Watson with 5. Watson with a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. Alana Sellers with a couple baskets and a free throw. So the scoring spread out pretty well. 4 scores for Kecoughtan, only 2 though for Bethel. Empress Palmer with a basket. Ayanna Chambers with a basket. So Michelle Dean's going to figure out, what can we do offensively to try to get some better shots and less hurried shots.
And again, try to neutralize that press that Kecoughtan's thrown at them, because they're scoring. They're up 10, so every time they score, they're going to press. And maybe tell her girls not to get too excited and too jittery over the press. You don't have to dribble through the press. Maybe try to pass out of it. And for Kecoughtan, they're doing a great job on the boards, and most of their points came inside. We started the second quarter here.
Faith Butler looks like she got rid of the glasses.
As Watson, McKenna Watson, and it's taken away by Davis. She had it. She goes to the right, and it's going to be missed. Tally with the rebound.
Who's bringing a lot of energy here.
Almost a steal by Chambers on the inbound play there. So that could be a boost of momentum there for Bethel as they get a steal and a score.
Tally has brought energy to the Bruins since she came in late in the first quarter. And that may be what they need.
Almost another steal is Tally with another steal. No good. And she's fouled, so good energy by Tally.
One thing, she's obviously not Michael Jordan on shooting, but the energy level has just stepped up since she came in the game, and she's all over the ball. Now she's earned herself a couple free throws. This is Armani Tally. She brought a little life here in her home gym, and she hits the first one.
Tally is one of those seniors. You have 4 seniors on the roster. Palmer and Tally, they get significance time, and Raines has also played, so senior leadership stepping up right here.
There it is, yeah.
So now it's 14-8 Kecoughtan, and now they go to their press.
For the hustle.
And look at that, another steal by Bethel. I guess if they score, they're going to press. They got 2 straight buckets, another steal by Bethel.
Watson is kind of the speed and heart of the energy for the Warriors. She's starting to lag a little bit here. She's been out playing in the game for a while now. And again, it's humid in here still.
The Chambers calling it out on around half court.
The 2-3 zone, nothing fancy.
Good backdoor cut by Palmer. She misses the first time. The second time is up and it's in.
Empress Palmer with her second basket of the night.
Another one of those seniors. As Bethel goes back to the press. And it's going to be Bethel's ball. So 3 straight turnovers by for Bethel.
So 4-point game now. And we started with a 10-point game here in the second quarter, and a minute and plus down to 4. Double dribble there. Turnover on Bethel that time.
Yeah. But they can still set up their press since it was on the front court here.
Well, they
Kecoughtan breaks out. That's Mitchell, who is going to be called for traveling.
They just couldn't hang on to her feet there.
One thing I'll say about Kecoughtan, they're pretty deep. They've played about 8 or 9 girls so far.
It's Curry Mitchell with the turnover. She gets her appearance in the game. Here come the Bruins.
There's a steal by
that time
Kecoughtan.
Watson with the hand.
So Sellers goes in for the layup, and it's good.
So Kecoughtan returns to what's been working, Alana Sellers.
Jelani Davis almost backcourt. Goes with the left hand. Palmer for three, no good. Rebound, Chambers. Goes up and it's no good. Tally, everybody's
There's
in there.
Tally right in the middle of it.
Palmer's in there. Tally shoots it, no good.
Tally again.
Yeah, that energy from Tally.
Yeah, she's brought her team back with that energy. Not that she scored all the buckets, but she certainly is getting in the middle of it.
That's
Mitchell again off her hands. And she's going to commit the foul.
Mitchell, yeah.
Correa. I was trying to get the pronunciation of Ms. Mitchell's name. She's going to take a breather. Bruin ball. They trail by 6 here with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter here at Bethel High School.
Chambers picks up her dribble over to Palmer. Palmer dribbles. She's fouled as she goes up for a shot.
Kicked in Kyer Ely, looks like she did pick up her second foul. She just came in the game for Mitchell.
Good move. Chambers shoots an air ball.
Here comes Watson.
Spin move by Watson, picks it up over to number 40. That's Lewis. Lewis jump shot, no good. Rebound by Chambers and Palmer. They both get it. Palmer picks it up with a crossover. She goes in for the layup. It's going to be no good. Rebound by Palmer. I'm sorry, by Tally. And Tally
pushed out there, I think.
Very impressed with Tally's energy right now in the second quarter. As soon as she comes in, it gives Bethel a lot of life.
That foul called on number 40, Diamond Lewis, for the Warriors. Her first. Ball out of bounds to the Bruins.
Steal by Bone. Bone loses it. Back over to the freshman Price, who comes back in. Chambers into Palmer. Palmer with a good layup, and I don't know if she was fouled or not. She throws it up, and they're going to call a foul now on Tally.
Well, Tally's brought the energy to the club, but they can settle it a little bit on the offensive end.
And again, Bethel's going to set up their full court press.
Coach Dean's going to notice that Tally has 2 fouls. I think she already has. Jalen Raines is going to check in Tally out. Let's see if the energy level drops off with Tally on the bench.
Raines, a 5'11" senior. As Ely brings it up, good pressure by
the freshman.
By the freshman. And
that good move by Sellers as she slams into Jelani Davis and picks up the foul. Davis is first. Sellers to the line. Second time with 2 shots tonight. She hit 1 out of 2 the first time. Left-hander short on that one.
Good. Second free throw is no good.
Much better looking shot, but not on straight on.
Jelani Davis with the rebound over to Chambers. Quick. Over to
nice block down there by
Palmer's block. She picks up gets another steal, throws it up and is in. Bone gets it over to number 11, Ely. Good steal. That's number 24.
Jalen Raines, who's come in for Tally. They're going to need her.
Davis for 3. No good. Palmer gets the rebound. She tries to go up with it and misses. Fight for it under the basket. It's picked up by Bone.
Bone foul. Looks like the foul's going to be on number 21, Jada Price. We'll see what they call it. Nope, it's going to be the second foul on Empress Palmer, number 3. So 2 Bruins now with 2 fouls apiece. In comes Kecoughtan, number 30, Anjane Davis.
So Bone at the free throw line. First free throw is up and it's no good. kicking around. Rebound is it's loose. It's going to be picked up by Butler. When Butler loses, it's going to be Bethel's basketball, down by 4. As Paris Williams comes back in, the sophomore.
Halfway through the second, and once again the Bruins have got it to a -4 difference here, but they couldn't get it above it, couldn't get closer.
They're doing a better job with the press though. They're passing out of it. That time they turned it over. As Bone got a piece of it, she kicks it over to Butler. Butler's three-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Lewis. Lewis with a turnaround, no good. Rebound picked up again by Butler. Butler puts it back up, no good. Price with the rebound, the freshman. Pulls it back, kicks it over to Davis. Davis goes inside the paint. Little floater, no, off the glass, and good. So it's 16-14 now.
Renee Davis with her first basket. Again, she came in for tally, and she's added some energy.
Butler with another move inside, no good. Chambers misjudged it, and they're going to give.
It's going to be a foul on Raines.
Raines.
Second. McFadden to the line. So 2 fouls now on 3 different Bruins. Michelle Dean's going to keep that in mind here for the last half of the second quarter. Well, Patrice McFadden at the line now, shooting 2. She's got a bucket tonight, but hadn't been to the free throw line yet. I'm going to comment India Bone. I think she's played some very good defense, and she too brings some energy. It's a fast-moving game.
It is.
I'm sure both coaches are going to be preaching a little patience in halftime. Let the speed of maybe the rush up the floor settle if you don't have it. Pull it back, set up your offense, and go. Particularly Michelle Dean. I imagine that's what she's going to do. We've seen a little more of that here in the second quarter, and they've drawn closer.
Only 2 down. Spot on the court as Coach Elliot McGowan is going to do his best to clean up the wet spot. It looks like it's a new floor here at Bethel. I can still smell it.
It's nice, yeah.
Nice floor here. Home of the champions.
Well, they certainly had plenty of time to put new top coat on if they needed it over the break.
Absolutely.
So McFadden to the line. And she'll shoot 2.
The first free throw, rainbow free throw is. We'll call it. It's 2 shots.
Well, you can't say she didn't use enough arc on that. And then almost hit the rafter up there above the basket.
As you see the championship banners. Here, they got a couple of state championship, they got 12 state championship track banners here. So, and 3 football.
Quite successful athletic program here.
Goes over to Chambers. Good move by Chambers. And she loses it. Paris Williams tries to trace it down, and she's going to get a piece of it, but it was last touched by Kecoughtan.
Well, and I think that time McFadden kind of fainted like she was going to jump in the middle, and the Bruin was counting on the contact. Didn't come, and the ball got away.
Price over to Davis. Inside to Chambers. Good bounce pass. As Chambers tries to force it inside to Paris Williams, it's picked off.
All of a sudden, McFadden's become a defensive force for the Warriors. It's a big reach out there.
Butler crossover over to Ely. Ely looks back over to Butler, guarded by Williams. Butler goes in for the leaner, and she's going to be called on the floor.
Paris Williams picks up her first for the Bruins.
It's going to be a 1-and-1 now for Faith Butler.
Faith Butler has really showed us something here.
Absolutely.
I mean, she can play both in the forecourt and the backcourt. Brings the ball up well, handles the ball well. A little more seasoning, maybe a few more games here as we start January. Kind of round her out.
Definitely impressed by her.
I noticed that the concept of the team sock has apparently gone away. Butler with her purple with gray stripe on the back. Even the team shoe has gone away.
Well, Bethel has their team shoe, and they have new uniforms with the Bruins on the back with the number. Of course, Allen Iverson is the reason for the new uniforms and the new shoes for the girls and the boys.
Good guy to have as an alumnus of your school.
So rebound by Raines over. Oh, and our banner is taken down. LSC is no longer.
That banner was at halftime. Fortunately, Bruins number 30, Anjanae Davis, is okay.
Our banner isn't, but that's okay.
Yeah. She goes to the line. She's going to shoot to 1 and 1. Davis with a basket here in the second quarter.
17-14.
1 and 1. If she makes them both, she can draw her team within 1 point.
Free throw is up and good.
Now 17-15 with 2:45 to go in the second quarter. Future Bethel Bruin here to our right. Young man is showing how to throw the water bottle. When you don't have a ball, throw the water bottle.
Second free throw is no good. With two Warriors fight for it.
Physical in there. Butler knocked to the floor. But Mitchell comes up with it. Watson.
No good.
There's Bone again, who's just everywhere.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
The Bruin ball, they trail it by 2. They sure would like to tie this game at a minimum going into halftime.
Davis trying to dribble through the full court press. She gets a little opening. Shot, goes down hard, but gets up.
Yeah, she hopefully landed a little bit on the ponytail because that was a hard hitter. Both her feet came out from underneath her. Landed on her backside, and then shoulders and her head hit, but she seems to be okay. Foul's called on number 30, Anjanae Davis, her second.
First free throw is no good.
Is the foul on Butler, excuse me.
As Watson goes through the press.
Butler gets the foul.
And Price goes in for the rebound.
So to clarify, the foul last time was on Butler, her second, which could be worrisome.
So 17-15. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter as Bethel's clawed back from a 10-point deficit after the first quarter.
And Watson just picked her first one up for the Kecoughtan Warriors. To the line, number 21, Jada Price, the freshman. She'll shoot 1 and 1 here, as this is the 9th team foul of the half.
Jada
Price.
Free throw is good.
17-16. She earns herself another shot, and she could tie the ball game here with 2:12 to go in the second quarter.
Second free throw is no good, but Paris Williams tracks it down and gets it. Back over to Price. Price trying to dribble through 2 defenders, but she's fouled.
I say that was on the Warriors' number 2, Mitchell, I think, her second. And now it's 2 shots for Price. Well, she's 0 for 1 pending this shot.
First free throw is no good.
2 now. Probably rushed that a little bit.
Yeah.
Need to take her time. Kecoughtan men's team coming in here. Sharp looking dress as they.
That's Howard White special right there. Like you said, it's good to have alums that can help out with the program. As Paris Williams takes a shot and misses.
From Watson for the Warriors. Faith Butler.
Butler goes in for the runner, no good. Paris Williams with the rebound. She's dribbling with her left. Goes over to Chambers. Chambers with the floater, no good.
Here comes India Bone.
Bone with the Bone throws it away.
Just too far ahead of Mitchell. You can see how fast this game is. Randy Begoli's going to get himself a neck sore up there. He and Susan.
Well, that's actually Randy's son's up there, Alex.
Oh, Alex. Well, he's young. He can survive the up and down. Wait till he does the boys' game. Kecoughtan men always look sharp in their green letter sweaters.
Khaki pants.
You know, I'm very fond of the letter actually meaning something. And those young men look sharp coming in here. Very old school look. Very professional.
Coach Ivan Thomas instituted that when he first got to Kecoughtan. He's over at Providence College now as assistant coach. As you see the Bethel cheerleaders.
I'm watching Cameron Sullivan there right in the middle with the glasses. Her twin brother, Kellen Sullivan, good friend of my daughter. And Cameron is quite the cheerleader. She's her second year on the varsity as she's a 10th grader. Her brother, also a sophomore here. He's one of the top horseback riders, one of the top jumpers in the area, the hunters, as they call them, the hunter jumpers. Two athletic twins there.
So Davis, pressured, gets out of it, goes in for the layup, no call.
Bone
misses it. Bone with the
aggressive
rebound.
defensive move there.
Over to Watson. Watson with the left hand is going to be fouled.
Yeah, Jada Price has picked up a foul.
And I asked my daughter about them, and she knows them.
Oh, yeah?
She knows both of the twins that you mentioned,
and they've enjoyed their years over here. I know I saw Cameron's name in the honor roll pages today. I was flipping through. McKenna Watson to the line to shoot 2, and she makes the first.
Nice shot on the free
6
throw.
points for Watson.
So the Warriors push it back out. So interchangeable. You know,
and the coach Toomer's done a nice job of working them in and out tonight. His second one is good. 7 points now for Watson.
Price crosses over, goes over the timeline, goes in for a runner. The runner is no good.
And that's off Bethel that time. Butler with their hand on everything. Tips it away. Now Bethel to bring it in with 1:13 to go here in the second quarter. A lot of interruptions in this quarter.
Yeah. So Davis brings it into the other Davis.
Now that's nice settling down right there. Settle it down. Look for your openings.
Turnover.
There wasn't one there.
There's Butler again with the steal. Passes it over to Mitchell. Mitchell shoots it. No good. Rebound. Jelani Davis. She brings it up over to Davis. Davis with the crossover. Good defense by Bone. Chambers over to Jelani Davis. Davis goes in with the left hand.
And India Bone's going to pick up a foul. Her first. So fouls spread out for both squads. Butler and Mitchell with 2 and Ely with 2 for the Warriors. As we watch Jelani Davis miss her first shot. You had to get in the scoring book tonight. There's Jelani for her second.
Second free throw is missed. Paris Williams with the rebound. She misses it. Palmer tries to grab it, and she drops it as well.
And here comes Watson.
Watson, layup, no good.
Mitchell got her hand on it, but couldn't bring it in. It's going to be off the Warriors. Bruin ball here. They trail it by 3 as we're in the last 36 seconds of the first half.
Price brings it up. Pressure by number 32, Sellers, as it's going to be a foul, or is it out of bounds? It looks out of bounds.
Just out of bounds. Surprisingly not a foul there. Watson's going to watch it. She's only got 1 foul. No reason to pick up 2 here. Price has settled it down nicely, and that's good. There's her target.
Paris
Williams, but no basket. Here comes Butler. 10 seconds to go.
Butler, good move, and she's called for traveling.
Got a little bit off her step that time and took the extra step to get set for the shot. Well, it should have been all right if she'd just driven it to the hole because the defender was moving. She'd have picked up the foul.
So Price dribbles up. 5 seconds left. Price goes in, passes it over to Palmer. Palmer needs to hurry up and put it up. And she not aware of the clock. And time expires.
So halftime score, the Kecoughtan Warriors lead it by 3, 19-16 here at Bethel High School. A frantic first half, Wube.
To say the least. Both teams coming in, again, with not much practice or playing time, and it showed in the first half.
So a 10-minute break here. We've seen the Kecoughtan men come in. We haven't seen the Bethel team yet. Sure they're hanging around here in their own gym. Should be a good second game tonight.
Jeremiah Wusu, the Wusu brothers are in the house.
You mean that Notre Dame guy?
Yep, yep.
The two. So we're going to take a break here at halftime. Kecoughtan Warriors lead it by 3, 19-16. Back in just a couple of minutes. Well, we're back here at Bethel High School for the second half of the girls' game. The Kecoughtan Warriors lead it 19-16 here at half. Scoring spread around pretty evenly for the Bethel Bruins. Armani Talley with 4, Empress Palmer with 4, Ayana Chambers with 4, Jada Price with 1, and Anjanae Davis with 3 for a total of 16. For Kecoughtan, leading scorer Alana Sellers with 7, and her running mate McKenna Watson with 7 as well. And Jada Buck has 2, La Patrice McFadden with 3. So 4 scores on the Warriors side, 5 on the Bruins side. Both teams sure would like to have a few more. What's surprising, that Paris Williams with no points so far. And Jelani Davis with no points, although they've had some shots and they played very well, Wube.
2 key players not on the scoreboard yet, but doing other things. You know, Paris Williams came off the bench, and Jelani Davis is rebounding the ball and playing great defense. Hopefully they get in the scoreboard on the point side in the second half.
Good picture of Lee Martin down there, monitoring the ins and outs of his gymnasium. Bethel Bruin ball right in front of us here. Jelani Davis gives it to the freshman, Jada Price.
Price showing a lot of promise as a freshman.
Kicking it, just stays in that 2-3.
Yep. Davis dribbles in over to Price. Price not really known for a three-point shooter. Dribbles in, pull-up jumper by Price is good.
Right. Starts the Bruins off right, draws them within 1. Nice shot from her.
No full-court pressure start the second half for Bethel. Actually pick it up at half court as you have Davis and Price with a little pressure picked off by Palmer. Should be a trap. Don't call a jump ball.
Well, that's because he couldn't figure out who to call the travel on, so you give that a jump ball.
Could have been a travel on either one of them, actually.
Kecoughtan will get the ball out here. They lead it by 1. They have not surrendered the lead all night.
So a little token pressure by Bethel.
Block down there.
It's taken away. That was Faith Butler.
And a walk by the blocker.
Palmer.
Yeah. So Palmer defensively very strong tonight. Offensive not getting it going quite yet. Watson the inbound. And Palmer immediately fouls the shooter. That's Diamond Lewis going to the line. She's been quiet tonight. It's her first time at the line. No baskets yet. And the 3rd foul on Empress Palmer, which could hurt the Bruins down the stretch here. 7 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Free throw is up and it's good.
Nice
so Kecoughtan hitting their free throws tonight.
Yeah, both teams are going to need to do it. This is going to be a close game, I think, down to the wire. Out goes Palmer for the Bruins. So the 3 fouls puts her on the bench. Diamond Lewis, she's short on that one.
There's just no call on the knockdown as Chambers gets it. Almost loses it, picks it up, crossover over to the left. Good move by Chambers, and it's good.
Chambers.
Good move.
Right to the hole there with a basket.
And she's only a sophomore, so good young player in there for the Bruins. Is
another jump ball. This one belongs to the Bruins. That time the pass was missed. Alana Sellers looking right at Diamond Lewis. Lewis just couldn't find the handle long enough to throw the ball.
This is all tied up 20-20.
First tie ball game since the beginning of the game.
That's right. So Bethel's clawed their way back. They were down 10 early. Davis, top of the key, over to Price, looks inside to Raines. Raines with a good post position. Nobody's giving the ball. Then there you go. Get a good entry pass into Raines, and Raines gets it and puts it in.
Great pass underneath to Jalen Raines, her first basket.
Taken away by Raines. Raines is in there, but it's picked up by number 40.
Diamond Lewis.
Lewis who puts it in.
So she starts to heat up here.
Chambers back down the other end, and she's fouled hard.
Yeah, La Patrice McFadden knocked her to the floor. That's going to be her 2nd foul. And Anjanae Davis gives way to Ayana Chambers at the line. Not the first Chambers to come through Bethel. I'm not sure really. Rashawn Chambers was the catcher here for the Bruins for a number of years.
You're already talking about baseball already, Frank.
Yeah, well, today's weather.
I know. It feels like baseball season.
Yeah, it was up near 70 today. Following last week, this time I think it was 4.
Exactly.
Meaning everybody in this gymnasium has some form of the common cold.
And we did, speaking of baseball, we did Bethel Kecoughtan at War Memorial during the Penn South tournament, won by the Bruins. Back in May.
India Bone.
Good pressure by Price. Price picks it up. Goes over to Davis. Davis with a layup, and she's fouled. So Bethel.
Probably an unnecessary foul that time by Watson, especially when she has a foul already. Davis to the line to shoot 2. Probably had lost her step, though.
So Davis at the line. Didn't play the first time these two teams played. First free throw is good.
Her first or 4th point.
So Bethel has their largest lead, which is 2.
And 2 for 4 from the free throw line is Davis. Boys game will follow, so stay tuned.
Second free throw is no good. Rebound by McFadden, and she snags it over Davis. Bone. Good dribbling by Bone. Good defense by Bethel. And she's pressured, dribbles through.
Bone has probably got to pick those eyes up a little bit as she dribbles. Get comfortable with her dribble because she's fast and I think she knows what she wants to do. Needs to keep her eyes up so she can see her teammates come open. Ball out of bounds to the Warriors. Bone goes to the bench. In comes Kyer Ely.
Inbound under the basket for Kecoughtan. Over
Lewis,
to Lewis.
Feeling it here. Gives way to Watson.
Watson's 3 is in and out. As you see, Chambers grabs it. And she's almost fouled, and no call over to Davis. Davis has Price behind her, and she's going to shoot it, and then she's fouled.
They back to the line. Another foul on McFadden, her 3rd, which is going to concern Coach Toomer. Davis now 2 for 5 from the free throw line. She's shot more free throws than anybody else tonight.
Free throw is up and it's good. So Davis is a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, he's shooting 50% right now. And they're going to need her. In comes Jada Buck for Kecoughtan. She's got a basket tonight.
Second free throw is no good. Gonna be Bethel's ball.
So Bethel playing right in front of their coach, Michelle Dean. Down on one knee, giving them some direction over there. Kecoughtan at zone defense on the inbound play.
Over to Price. Price for 3. Rainbow shot, air ball.
And Lewis comes up with a rebound. Lewis playing much better here in the second half. But she turns it over, it looks like. No, it's going to head the direction and find her pointing one way, ball went the other. So Kecoughtan brings the ball up.
So it's Ely.
They trail it by 3.
Miscommunication, almost a turnover, and it's almost a backcourt.
Watson with a quick foot there.
Lewis, jumper. No good. Davis with the rebound, and she knocks number 21
she knocks the ball out. Buck goes down, but she knocked the ball out, so Bethel gets the turnover. And here they come with the ball. Jada Price against the trap of the Warriors.
Price, pressure over to
Diamond Lewis with her hand in
pass out of it. It was a good idea. So Jelani Davis inbound, over to Davis, over to Price, the freshman point guard. Back over to Davis. Good up and under by Jelani Davis, and she shoots it, no good. Ayanna Chambers gets it over to Price. Inside the paint for Price. Price up and under, no good. And it's gonna be a jump ball. They're gonna call it travel on Bethel.
Davis just cannot buy a basket tonight for the Bruins. She still hasn't scored.
Hey, they're going to say it's Bethel's ball on the travel. I thought Chambers had it, but they say Kecoughtan had it.
Turnover real quick.
Throws it right to Kecoughtan, and she loses it.
Kecoughtan's going to keep possession underneath its own goal. Substitution in for Bethel. Here comes Armani Talley. Let's see, this is the, who's the guy that played for Detroit? Vinny?
I know Daryl Talley played for, Vin Johnson.
There you go. Nice shot there by Talley.
Vinny Johnson, yeah.
Excuse me, not by Talley.
Oh, man. Chambers throws it away.
Was that Watson on the shot?
Yeah.
So Kecoughtan trails it by one, and they've got the ball here. Halfway through the third quarter in Bethel High School. Watson gives way to number 11, Kyer Ely.
Palmer, the energy bunny, comes in and knocks it away. She has a lot of.
Armani Talley has added a lot of energy when she enters the game. She's got a couple fouls. I know Michelle Dean would like to keep her in the game a little longer this time. Foul that time looked like on Jelani Davis.
So Diamond Lewis is at the line for two.
Davis with her second. Here's Diamond Lewis.
So Bethel with a 1-point lead as Lewis' first free throw is good.
2 for 3 from the line here in this quarter. 4 points for Lewis after a quiet first half.
Second free throw, no good. Good steal by Price.
A lot of energy there by Price. That was a great steal. Anticipating the ball going to Watson.
Over Davis, good pass over to Chambers. Chambers loses it. Picked back up by Price. Price dribbles in, floater off the glass, no good. As Talley picks it up, and she's fouled.
Armani Talley, again, Energizer Bunny out there.
That's right.
And she's always around the ball, which is the key. Her second time to the line tonight. She's 2 for 2, excuse me. Foul that time called on Kecoughtan's number 21, Jada Buck. Her first.
First free throw by Talley is no good. Second free throw is good. So now Bethel's up by 1 with 3:33 left.
5 points for Talley so far in this ball game.
Ely inside to Sellers. Sellers over to Buck. Buck misses
Buck
it.
Just missed
Chambers tried to get it. Now Davis picks it up.
Very good offensive play. And turnover called on number 30, Anjanae Davis.
So
Coach Dean telling the players, get back, we're not going to press. We lead it by 1.
So Ely over to Lewis. Skip pass
Watson
over to Watson. Watson misses it. Buck tried to get the rebound, but Jelani Davis gets it over to Davis. Ayaya Davis, she little crossover move goes in, no good. As Talley again gets it, she puts it up and she's fouled.
Yep, number 11 for Kecoughtan. Kyer Ely picks up her third, and that's going to send Talley back to the line. Which for the Bruins is a good place to be with Talley on the line. 3 for 4 from the free throw line with 1 basket.
Talley's first free throw is up and no good.
I jinxed it.
Talley, a 5'11" senior. Second free throw is good. So Bethel now with a 2-point lead.
You know, if she's watching this broadcast, she's got a great form from the free throw line, but take a breath before both shots. She does it in front of one and makes it.
Another turnover is Price. The freshman goes in. She's going to be hacked and knocked to the floor, but she is a quick little guard.
Very quick.
Only a freshman.
Got the defenders moving. There's no way they could stop her.
She can just get her jump shot down. She would be.
Fisher using sign language to flash a number there. I think it's 32 ends up with the foul.
And when she gets that jump shot together, she's going to be a tough player to guard.
Well,
Their
that's
quickness.
Sellers' first foul of the night, and she plays inside, so that's a good sign of how well Price drove the ball. That's her second free throw tonight,
So
4
first free
points
throw.
total.
First free throw was good as Kecoughtan is going to call a timeout as they're down by 3.
Well, turn of events here. They were up by 10 at one point in the first quarter. Now they trail it by 3. Another free throw for Price.
Well, what I noticed, Frank, is once Bethel started scoring, they could, implement their press, and that's what got a lot of. They got what when Paris Williams and Talley got in the game is when they got those 3 quick buckets, and then after they started pressing is when they started getting quick buckets, and they started cutting that 10-point lead down, and now they're up 3.
Coach Mose Toomer going to try to settle his girls down. Good shot there at the Kecoughtan bench. Coach Toomer in the lavender shirt there. Lavender, purple? Purple.
It's purple.
I'm just conditioned by my wife. Lavender, everything's lavender. I've got to have lavender. I don't know what lavender smells like naturally, but I do know what a candle smells like. That's about all I
It smells
get.
good too.
28-25, the home team's got the lead here, and they've got a chance to push it out by 1 as Jada Price goes to the line for her second shot. 2:40 to go in the third quarter. And Jeremiah Owusu and his brother Joshua Owusu, 2 Bethel graduates in the house. There's a second free throw. Of course, Jeremiah just finished his first semester at Notre Dame. He was redshirted this year, so they've got 4 more years of him.
Yeah.
It's a good sign for the people in South Bend.
Great prospect. I would look forward to seeing him on Sundays one day, as it's a steal by Bethel.
Well, turnovers each way and just some impatience lead to both turnovers. For Kecoughtan, they get up in the air and then have no place to throw the pass. Bethel is reading that very well. It's a 2-3 zone, but up comes Ayanna Chambers.
An air ball shot
Quickly
by Lewis.
Too, yeah. So the Kecoughtan, neither team really playing smooth basketball.
So Price asking for help on this press. It's stolen away by Ely. Ely up for the layup, no good.
Good play by Healy, though.
Yeah.
And a nice follow-up there by Alana Sellers. Her first basket of the quarter, though.
Chambers tries to get over Davis.
Turnover again on Bethel. Coach Dean with a disapproving look.
She knows she
Here comes Kyra Ely.
let a couple possessions go as Diamond. Another air ball by Diamond. It's going to be Bethel's ball.
I think she may have been bumped there on the release. But
You can tell that's her shot, though.
yeah, well, Buck has got to step in. I've been impressed with Jada Buck in that she's in the right spot. I don't think she expects the ball, though, and she's got to anticipate it every time. So she's right there. Once again, great defensive location. Sellers on the ground. Gets the jump ball, and it belongs to the Warriors. 1 minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. 2-point ball game. Watson.
Another steal. That's
Again.
Talley again.
And turnover back. So, well, unsuccessful steal. Now another turnover.
Talley again with the steal, and she's going to be called for traveling. Little bump
Either
there.
traveling or she just set the new record of the triple jump. That
Well, I
just
thought-
a little confusion.
I thought Jelani Davis was a track star, but looks
Yeah.
like Talley wants to help out.
Well, Talia, we know, is mighty fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets ahead of her. So 1:20 to go. Here comes McKenna Watson, instructed now to slow it down a little bit and facing this half-court press.
Over to Diamond Lewis. Lewis back over to Watson. Guarded by Davis. Watson inside. She's going to be fouled by Talley.
Again, probably unnecessary. Of course, the number 4 and 5 players need to step up underneath and stop that. Confusion. It's number 2, I believe. They're trying to figure out who had the foul. It was Talley that picked up the foul. Still some discussion. 2. We've settled on 2 there, Wube. It was Tally with her 3rd.
Tally needs to stay in the game to keep that energy in there for Bethel.
Watson on the line with a 1 and 1. Oh no, she's shooting 2. Watson with 9 points.
First free throw by Watson.
There's
good.
a 10. First player in double figures. And she draws her team within 1. She can tie with a free throw.
Second free throw is
good form, just didn't fall. Going to be off, probably off Kecoughtan. Yeah, Buck again in position, couldn't quite hang on to it.
Price. Again, Ely on her pretty tough. If Chambers gets it, goes back over to Price. It was tipped and Price loses it.
Just at the end there, nice hand by the Warrior D. Tipped it just enough that the Bruins couldn't pull it down on that pass on the sideline as the crowd comes in for the night game.
Jumper.
That right there was number 40, Diamond Lewis.
Again, that's the shot she's been taking all night.
6 points in the quarter. And the Bruins, the Warriors move ahead.
Paris Williams' jump shot is no good. Back over to Williams.
That's her first basket, and that's going to get her going here.
Yeah. Good shot by Paris Williams. Now Bethel's back up by 1 with 27 seconds left. Watson over to Ely. Ely is tipped. Paris Williams tips it out of bounds. It'll be Kecoughtan's ball with 19 seconds left.
Inbound underneath.
Going to be
Buck again
Chambers.
In position.
Oh man, another turnover
away. Warriors going to get another chance here to go ahead in the 3rd quarter.
So Ely inbound. Looks like it was tipped.
Diamond Lewis trying to haul it in. Couldn't do it. Here comes McKenna Watson.
8 seconds. I hope she's aware of the clock. Good defense
dribble up
by
a little
Davis.
early, but gets it to Sellers.
Sellers with a
Who
good
better
move.
to get it too. And I'm going to say Empress Palmer's picked up another foul. No, it's going to be 33. Deanna Guild in the game, her first. Good to have her in and Palmer out. Palmer with 3 fouls, so I didn't catch that second 3. Sellers to the line. At 2 1/4. 9 for the game.
First free throw by the lefty is no good.
Free throws hurting both squads right now.
Everybody shut out 3 seconds, so they're aware of how much time is left. Second free throw is good. All tied up here at 31. Price gets the inbound, and she shoots it from half court. It's no good. So we're all tied up, Frank, going into the 4th quarter.
Good, should be an exciting quarter here. The crowd's getting bigger, and they're going to see a good quarter of basketball here at Bethel High School. 31 apiece, the Bruins and the Warriors. Both coaches trying to figure out who they're going to use here to start the 4th quarter.
So a lot like the first time they met, where Kecoughtan won by 1. Bethel better on the free throw stripe, though, tonight.
Well, and we watched Alana Sellers continue to play well. She's got 10. On the other side of the ledger, Price now heated up there. She had 4 in the quarter. Davis, Anjanae Davis with 2. Raines with 2. Ayanna Chambers with 3. And Armani Talley with 2 there in the 3rd quarter.
Take a good look at the bench of the Lady Bruins. Again, coached by Michelle Dean, who was a champion. She came from, what, Tennessee?
Yeah, she did.
State championship over
Player
there.
and a coach, I believe.
Yeah.
So here we go, 31 apiece. Inbounded by Jelani Davis right in front of us.
Over to Price.
Jada Price.
Yep. The freshman calling out the play.
Got a quick lineup in with Price and Tally.
Skip pass. Price thought about the three. Ely's on her. Good crossover by Price. Price goes in, pass over to Palmer. Palmer's shot is no good. Rebounded by Lewis, and she brings it up. Lewis, very similar to Faith Butler, the way they play. Haven't seen Butler much in the second half. That's another shot. Rebound by Jelani Davis.
Good rebound by Jelani Davis. Ball belongs to the Warriors on the alternating possession. McKenna Watson, who's been the star tonight for this Kecoughtan squad, moving that ball around, throws it in, throws it away.
Oh, they're going to call a double dribble on Palmer. It looks like Buck might have twisted her ankle.
I think she did, and I hate that feeling.
Oh, man.
She's going to come out. Here comes Faith Butler back. I'm not sure that Butler wasn't suffering from something now. She was at a lot of that third quarter. So, yeah, Buck, who's played very well. Again, great positioning.
Good pressure by Price.
Watson to Lewis to Sellers. There's the combination. That's what the Warriors want right there. Watson to Lewis to Sellers. They go to the free throw line. There's Sellers. Every free throw now very important in this tie game. 7 minutes to go in the fourth.
Sellers.
So her 7th free throw tonight. She's made 2.
First free throw is no good by Sellers.
Maybe needs a little more lift from the legs. A little more arc on the shot. The left-hander.
Second free throw is no good. Rebound Jelani Davis. It's tipped over to Palmer. Palmer over to Price. Price quick as a cat as she goes in and out.
Yeah.
Calls out the play. This is still tied, 31-31, 6:51 left in the game. Palmer goes in the middle, floater, no good. Rebound by, that was Tally, and Tally kicks it over to Palmer.
To Palmer. Palmer now with 6.
Ely, pressure by Price. Good move by Ely. Over to Watson.
Kecoughtan will slow it down a little bit and set up an offense.
There's her girl,
Watson.
Faith Butler.
Oh, Faith Butler.
Haven't seen her much in the third quarter, but
her first basket of the game, Roubaix. And they're going after our sign again, Roubaix.
I don't think our sign wants to be around. Keep knocking it over.
I can't understand it. Maybe you putting something offensive on the sign that says LSC.
Do not touch.
33 all here with 6:17 to go in the fourth. McKenna Watson for the Warriors. Crosses the half-court line.
Over to Ely. Ely fakes the pass, goes in. It's going to call a travel on Ely.
Tough call. As that time the Bruins number 10, Jelani Davis, stepped up in a defensive spot, but she was still moving.
Davis inbounds to Price. Back over to Jelani Davis.
Could have been a turnover there out of bounds.
Oh, man, that's an easy turnover. As Palmer gets it back, almost steps out of bounds, and they called a timeout. Good call by Coach Dean.
So the Bruins now going to hold on the ball and talk about it. Bethel taking its second timeout. 33 all here at Bethel High School, just under 6 minutes to go. Crowd filling in for the boys game tonight. They're going to be treated to a very good girls game. Very evenly matched teams. You say both these teams in the same, I don't even know what you call them anymore. Conference, subset, division.
Yeah, both in 5A South. Formerly, obviously there's no more conferences anymore. So now, teams don't play in conference tournaments. They go straight to from districts to regionals.
Which I think is a tragedy, but that's my opinion.
It's based on wins and power points now.
The Peninsula District was the conference tournament was a lot of fun.
It was.
District tournament. Jada Price.
Jada Price over to Jelani Davis. Inside, a pass inside to Tally. Tally is going to Be
Got a
fouled
block on Butler.
by Faith Butler.
Her third. That's what I have. See if I'm right.
Looks like it's going to be
Here's her third.
1-and-1 for Tally.
Tally also been to the free throw line quite often tonight. 6 shots, 4 makes for Armani Tally, the senior.
First free throw by Tally is good.
Good percentage for Tally tonight. 5 out of 8. 5 out of 7, excuse me, right now.
Second free throw is no
5 out of
good.
8. Here comes Sellers.
Sellers loses it. Davis
Good
picks
tip.
it up.
Yep.
She's almost fouled. She goes in, miss, but Tally picks it up and puts it in.
And Tally with her quickness right there where she needed to be. And the Bruins push it out to 3. Here comes Watson, the high scorer for the Warriors.
Oh.
And she's fouled by Jelani Davis.
Actually, it was Palmer, it looked like.
Was it Palmer underneath?
Let's see what they call it on. Yep, Palmer.
It was Palmer.
That's 4, right?
4 on
Yeah.
Empress Palmer, who she has 6 points tonight. It's rebounding and defense have been her major contributions. She can be subbed out. Ayanna Chambers going to come in as Watson misses the first. Three for 4 coming in that shot. Now 3 for 5.
Free throws
Good
coming
shot
to
from
now.
McKenna Watson, and she makes it.
Free throws coming to bite Kecoughtan now.
2-point ball game.
Price.
Bethel can take his time, but they don't. Turnover. Ely picks
with
it
an
up.
easy layup.
Makes the layup. Yeah. Ely's first basket of the night.
This game is all tied up. Davis tries to go through it. Good pass over to Chambers. Chambers' layup is no good. Almost a foul as Lewis gets the rebound over to Faith Butler.
Both teams can slow it down a little bit if they want. Yeah, tie ball game here and kind of set up an offense, but they continue to rush. In comes the center for the Warriors, LaPatrice McFadden. He drops back defensively. A 2-2-1 press.
Almost another turnover as Jelani Davis picks it up. She's fouled at least twice, no call. Price with a floater, no good.
Not really a demonstration of good shooting as McFadden with a good run in the court, but she got tangled up in her feet. Misses the layup.
Davis.
So hectic basketball right now.
Sky hook.
Good defense that time. That's real good defense by McFadden. She does not draw the foul. She does not move her feet. The ball's going to remain with the Bruins, but good defense by the center for the Warriors.
Chambers to inbound. Inside to Tally. Tally's shot is no good.
Yep.
Davis.
Watson all over the defensive end of the floor as well as the offensive end. 11 points from McKenna Watson tonight.
Chambers.
Michelle Dean slows down her team. Good move against his 2-3 zone.
Inside to Tally. Tally's going to be called for traveling.
Tally is just simply anxious to get to the basket. And she's going to get there, whether she dribbles or not, she's going to get there. She's played very well for her squad tonight. She's got 9.
Ely over to Faith Butler. Good in and out. It's a three-pointer by Watson. It's no good. But look who's there for the rebound. It's Lewis over to Ely. And they're going to call, it's going to be Kecoughtan calls timeout. Good ball move by Kecoughtan, though.
So timeout taken by Coach Toomer. He's going to talk to the Warriors. It's a tie ball game with half of the fourth quarter gone. Well, we'll give the fans a little preview tonight. What do we got? Boys game tonight. Another kind of a mystery game for us.
Another mystery game. You got a few players for Bethel not available tonight, so you have a lot of the young guys they're going to play for Bethel. Kecoughtan with Marion Moore, their star.
They're going to get to see Marion Moore play. 6'6" kid.
And the first time they played, Kecoughtan won by 15 at their place.
Well, it's going to be a good ball game, as it always is here. And fans, I remind you again, come on out and support the young people of our community. It's a lot of fun to come to the high school gym. Some of them have some pretty good concessions. You're jam-packed in here with your fellow citizens, getting to watch some good basketball. And there's a lot of excitement in a high school basketball game, especially here in Hampton. Ely to the forecourt to Diamond Lewis.
Guarded by Price. Skip pass over to Ely. Ely dribbles in the paint. Floater off the glass.
Oh, my goodness, Ely. You're going to have to call that next time.
Price,
that's 4 points for her in the quarter.
Price's shot is way off.
Good muscle by Faith Butler down to Diamond Lewis. Over to Watson.
Oh, good block by Davis. They're going to call a foul.
But you had to. Nothing she could do but foul her.
Now Kecoughtan's back up by 2.
That's Jelani Davis' 3rd foul. 4th foul according to the board. So Watson back to the line. Her 2nd time for 2 shots here in the 4th quarter.
Free throw is good.
3-point lead for the Warriors. They've pushed back. They were down by as much as 4. They have crawled back in ahead by 3.
Second free throw by Watson is good. So 4-point lead by Kecoughtan.
13 now. Price looking against the press. Leaving it up to Davis.
Another steal by Ely.
Ely.
Pass over. Layup is missed.
I think the ball was out on Steve Fryer. That's the call there. Yeah.
Butler usually makes those shots.
Steve right in the middle of the action down there.
Inbound to play over to Davis. Davis back over to Price. Price is fouled.
Diamond Lewis that time, a little aggressive. 1 and 1 is going to be the number of free throws. Be awarded to Jada Price. Both teams going to the line quite often in the ball game. Missed free throws are going to haunt the losing coach tonight. No question about that. So we come to the home end of the floor. The freshman, Jada Price. Bright future ahead of her.
Only a freshman.
Nice energy to come in to this Bruin program.
First free throw is good.
Made 3 in a row now. 6 points now for Price.
Second free throw, good. So now it's a 2-point game now. Kecoughtan up 2.
1 for 4 in the first half, 4 for 4 here in the second. Ely, who's given some great time tonight for the Warriors. Diamond Lewis is going to pick up her dribble, probably a little early.
Good defense by Bethel. Faith Butler.
Yeah.
Over to Watson.
They got the lead, so they can take their time.
That's right.
Diamond Lewis in the corner gets knocked away, and there's a collision.
They're going to call a foul on.
Foul on Watson, I think. I think Davis is going to go to the line. It is on Watson, her 3rd.
So Bethel's going to have to do what they didn't do last game, and that's winning at the free throw line.
Well, Jelani Davis has no points tonight. And she's been in the free throw once, 0 for 2. Let's see if she can break through here. A couple of free throws to tie this ball game for the Bruins.
But her rebounding and defense has been amazing.
Her presence on the floor is vital for the Bruins.
First free throw is off the mark. Look at Davis in there. It's going to be a kickball.
Oh. No call as Tally comes over in an energetic manner that she plays this game with and hammers into Faith Butler, but they're all right. 2-point lead by the Warriors with 2:50 to go here in the 4th. Jada Price setting it up.
Over to Chambers. Skip pass over to Davis. Davis for 3. No good. Rebound. Faith Butler might have been the easiest rebound she's had all night. Tipped out of her hands, and she loses it, but now it's going to be Bethel's basketball.
Give it away again. They seem to be in a hurry when they don't need to be. They got a 2-point lead. Watson not happy. She says she was pushed. To no avail. She gets a steal, though.
Good pass. Oh, good block.
Nice block down there.
By Chambers.
Ayanna Chambers. So McKenna Watson inbounded for the Kecoughtan Warriors.
Watson inbound. Over to Ely. Guarded by Price.
called off the hands of Davis. So Butler's going to inbound for the Warriors. 2:22 now to go in the fourth.
Oh, good spin by Ely. Ely you have to be aware of how quick Price is. Skip pass.
And they're going to sit on it.
Yeah, they're going to sit on this. They could have had an easy layup, but they didn't take it, and they lose it. It's going to be back court.
Yeah, the turnover's going to keep Coach Toomer awake tonight. I think he just had a bad dream watching that, and I saw him rock back in his chair. His team in command now. They're going to have to defend again.
Price.
Toomer.
Tally. Miss shot by Davis. That's not her shot.
And she just can't get anything to fall tonight. Watson.
Chambers with the reach.
Up.
Over to Watson, and Watson throws it away.
Yeah, it's like pass to turnover. They're taking turns on turnovers.
Now Bethel's going to take a timeout with 1:44 left. 2-point game with Kecoughtan up. This game's going to come down to the wire just like the first meeting.
Michelle Dean's going to try to figure out how to get this game tied and maybe move ahead of a three-point play. To do so, I think, and I would not be surprised that Jelani Davis doesn't get her first basket here in the last minute 44.
It's very rare for her to come in and not score. But again, she's doing everything else.
She is.
She's rebounding and playing great defense.
Toomer with three. Tally with three in the fourth quarter. Price with two. Palmer with two for the Bruins. For the Kecoughtan Warriors, 4 for Ely, who's really stepped up her game here in the second half. 3 for Watson, 2 for Butler.
You know, Butler, Sellers, and Lewis for Kecoughtan have been really impressive.
They have been.
Especially down low. And of course, you know, Butler and Lewis have that point forward mentality. They bring it up, the great foul line extended jump shots.
The ones that really, I think, separated Kecoughtan tonight, Kyer Ely has come off the bench. And between her and Watson, they have commanded the backcourt. Now, they can work a little bit on their passes.
Of course, Bone as well. Bone came in and Buck came in with some good rebounds. So Bethel's basketball, they're going to go to Chambers. 1:43 left. They're down 2. Chambers picks up her dribble, goes over to Davis. Skip pass over to Price. Price thought about it. Then she dribbles, goes in. Layup is no good. Davis again with another rebound. She goes up, and it's going to be a no call. Chambers.
And McFadden with a block.
Another block by Kecoughtan is just going to be tipped. Looks like it's going to be, should be Bethel's ball.
McFadden with a big defensive series right there for the Kecoughtan Warriors. Probably the tallest young lady on the court.
Actually, Kecoughtan keeps it. Thought it was tipped. Ely.
Here comes Ely.
Look at that defense by Price. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go to Bethel.
So Price jumps in, the freshman, showing a lot more maturity than you would expect from a freshman. And she gets a turnover. They still trail by 2.
Price. That great defensive play just a few seconds ago. Now she calls out a play. Very poised for a freshman.
Kicked in at 2-3, and they've stayed in at 2-3 all night.
Chambers, good move baseline, misses the layup. Davis picks it up. She takes a shot, and it's no good. Tally, she misjudges it. Chambers gets it, no good, as they're battling under the goal. Kicked over to Ely.
The presence of McFadden can't be understated. And she extends those arms and makes it hard for her to get a clean layup.
And then now Kecoughtan, Coach Toomer called the timeout, full timeout.
Before the turnover, I'm going to call timeout, he says. We're going to get this settled down.
Wow, up and down. Under the goal, nobody scores.
So 48.5 seconds to go. 2-point game as it's been for about a minute now. We probably had 10 missed shots in the last minute between the two teams.
Again, I don't know what you attribute that to. I mean, time off or just jitters or just...
Well, I could attribute a lot to Patrice McFadden that last series. Just by extending her arms, they cannot go straight up against her. And she showed great footwork tonight. She's been impressive on the defensive end, very quietly. McFadden with 3 points total has not scored in the second half, but the defensive, her positioning has been strong, and the way she just holds her arms straight up. And you would think that's easy to teach, but it's not.
Very hard.
Naturally, you want to smack away the ball, and you lower those arms and draw the foul.
Sometimes your instincts take over, right? And she's been very poised and resilient to hang in there and play great defense.
You gotta be like Manute Bowl. Just stick your hand straight up into heaven like he could do.
He was 7'6", so he didn't have to jump much.
And he couldn't jump much,
Yeah,
but he
exactly.
just stuck those hands up straight.
Him and George Marison, remember him with the bullets? Yeah. Sean Bradley, another guy that was 7'6".
McKenna Watson to inbound for the Warriors.
Over to Faith Butler. She's guarded by Davis. She went baseline, and they're going to try to clock it again. They got to be careful, though, when they do this. Last time they turned it over. Butler's in there, and
There's Ely.
It's going to be a foul called on
Kyer
Chambers.
Ely. Foul called is going to be on Bethel's number 5, Ayanna Chambers, her second. But it's going to send Ely to the line. Ely tonight, her first visit to the stripe. She's got 4 in the quarter, 4 in the game.
So Ely is a huge free throw with 38 seconds left. 2-point game. First free throw is no good, but Faith Butler gets the rebound and she's fouled.
So a good rebound by Butler. Foul called number 30. Anjanae Davis picks up her second.
As you see, one of Bob Hence's former players, Mike Dunn, walks in the building.
Oh, there you go.
So Faith Butler at the line. First free throw is no good. Chambers had it and lost it. Then she regains it and she loses it again.
Yeah.
We're going to call another foul.
Butler
Bethel
goes
cannot
back to
get a
the line.
rebound.
Butler kid's got to get one of these free throws to fall. And she's only got 2 points, but her presence in the game has been much bigger than that tonight, especially in the first half. Sat a little bit in the third quarter and back here in the fourth and has played strong. So here's Faith Butler.
First free throw. No good. It's now Kecoughtan has missed, what, 3 straight free throws. It was 2-shot foul. They're in the double bonus, so it's 2 shots.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't shoot a few free throws in practice for the next rest of the season. After this game, both teams will be at the free throw line at the end of practice.
Second free throw was good, so Kecoughtan has a 3-point lead now with 32 seconds left.
Warriors. Here comes Jada Price.
Price out of control a little bit. She almost loses it over to Davis.
Look at India Bone in there.
Davis for 3,
good. 3-point shot by Jelani
Frank,
Davis.
you called it.
Her first basket of the night.
It's a 3-pointer, and this game is tied with 22 seconds left.
And I thought that might have happened. And no, we're not recording this after the game.
So
So a tie ball game now. Jeremiah Wusu up in the stands. He was celebrating his former classmate's shot. And we got a tie game with 22.2 seconds.
So not only do you call games in color, you also predict the future. Because you called it. You said that she had to come through and score. And she hits a huge 3-pointer. Jelani Davis ties this game at 41-41.
First basket of the night.
Here's the replay, well beyond the 3-point line.
Shouldered everything just right on that shot. I like how she has played hard tonight. Just hadn't been rewarded on the offensive end. That time she ties the game. Now this is where you're going to see, I would say, Kyer Ely and McKenna Watson be the key components of the Warriors' drive to the hole.
Now the question is, what does Coach Toomer do? Obviously, he's going to hold for a good shot. Do you hold for the last shot with only 22 seconds? You try to get it quick.
Try to score a basket here.
Because you know Bethel's going to go with that trap, but Bethel has to be careful. They're in the double bonus.
Bethel hadn't scored in a minute and a half before that shot there. So I think you get it to your 2 speedsters, Ely and then Butler, of course, Watson and Butler. McFadden in to add the height along with Diamond Lewis. Alana Sellers out as they go to a little quicker lineup.
So Butler to inbound.
And they throw it to the long arm McFadden, who gives it back to Faith Butler. Butler very confident in her dribble and a nice move.
Oh, she loses
Davis
it.
tipped it
and
away.
They're going to say that it was tipped by Bethel as Butler's down. But she seems to be okay.
Great tip by Jelani Davis, who's got a little renewed vigor here in the last part of this fourth quarter. Another inbound by Watson. Remember, you got McFadden. There it is.
There it is. Layup is no good.
And she missed the
And
layup.
they're going to call a foul, and they're in the
Davis
double
goes
bonus.
to the line now.
Yep.
The double bonus. Foul's going to be called on Watson. Her fourth.
So
Overtime
Kecoughtan will still have the ball
troubling.
with plenty of time left. It was a great play call to throw the ball into McFadden. She just couldn't make the layup.
Well, here's Jelani Davis with a chance to put her team up by 2 with 11.3 seconds to go in the fourth. Sellers comes off the bench for the Warriors. She'll come back in. Davis needs one to put them ahead.
First free throw is up, and it is no good.
0 for 4 so far from the free throw stripe tonight. But her only made bucket, the big one that tied the game. See Principal Ralph Saunders down there watching his star.
Second free throw is up, and it's good.
Makes it.
That puts Bethel up by
1-point
one.
lead for the Bruins.
The thing is,
Here comes
no
Faith
call,
Butler.
they
She's
call a
fouled by
foul.
Davis. Davis slows it up, but a little too much, and down goes number 30, Anjanae Davis, with a hurt left foot. Out comes the trainer. We're going to talk about this. It's got to be a sprained ankle. I didn't see it happen right to our right here.
Just came back, too. That's a shame.
Same ankle, do you know?
I'm not sure, but
My guess would be it is. She's in a lot of pain, and folks, if you've ever sprained an ankle, it is probably the most painful injury you can sustain in a basketball game.
it's the worst. I've done it a couple times.
Well, it's horrible, and it's life-lasting. Trust me, as I sit here with my insoles and my feet in
I
my
still have
shoes
problems with
because
mine,
of
too.
my.
Yeah.
What did the doctor tell me, Wube, in November? My deformed left ankle. I thought I said, is that a scientific term? He said, no, that's just what it looks like.
It looks deformed. That's what it is.
Deformed. Hopefully, Davis is not torn in as bad. It is just a painful thing. So Anjanae Davis is going to get some help here.
I didn't see it.
And a lot of ice. All she has to do is step on somebody's foot, and that's the classic way to do it.
Yep.
So a little breather for both teams here as Davis just rises in pain, and I feel so bad for her. I can relate. Hope the young lady, she's going to get a hand, but she's not going to get on that foot. And they're going to get her off the floor and get her into where they can put some ice on that left ankle.
Big loss for Bethel. I mean, she was playing really well. Again, didn't play in the first meeting, and she's back.
Yeah, that's nothing worse. So 9.8 seconds to go here at Bethel High School. Kecoughtan will have the ball and the free throws, I believe. Faith Butler to the
Butler's
line.
going to be at the line where she's, what, you said 50% from the line earlier.
Yeah, she's 1 for 4 right now. And they're going to shoot 2 here. So Butler can tie it, or could put her team ahead with 9.8 seconds to go. Or you say, Wube, no pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
Young ladies played a whale of a game tonight. For Faith Butler. Bethel crowd comes to life.
First free throw is up, and it's no good.
Rolls off.
So the worst.
Good arc. Rolls off. Now the rebounders.
As Bone
underneath,
comes in for defense now.
Paris Williams in, and Tally on the other side for Bethel. Behind them, Diamond Lewis and Alana
What Bethel has to
Sellers.
be concerned about is the rebounding. They've been killed on the boards these last couple possessions here. Second free throw was way off, as it's going to be Bethel's ball.
And that's an odd call. I'll say that's an odd call. It was, I think he was going to call a foul, and the ball didn't go out of bounds. But it is going to be Bethel ball. 9.3 seconds to go.
This is important. Oh, it's
Steal
a steal
by Butler.
Blocked
And
by
it's knocked
Talley.
out of bounds.
Butler tries to
Butler
go
again
back
with it, and
again.
she's fouled.
They're going to call a
So
foul.
Butler goes back to the line.
What a steal by Butler, and then Talley with a great block.
Foul's called on Ayanna Chambers. Her fourth, excuse me. And Butler right back to where she was.
Yeah.
Again, no pressure. She's 1 for 6. She can make it 2 for 7. She ties the game. She makes it 3 for 8. She puts her team ahead with 5.4 seconds.
First free throw is no good.
And now the pressure just builds.
Yeah.
Makes it harder. Like a baseball pitcher just gave up a grand slam. You got to come back and go to your mechanics. Let's see if you can do it.
Second free throw is good. This game is
tie
tied.
ball game. 5.4 seconds. Bethel ball. Jada Price, the freshman in the backcourt.
Price
Having
goes
trouble
up.
getting it up.
He's going to
Makes a
hit
long
a three.
shot.
That's
Misses
going
it
to be
go
no good. We're going to overtime.
Ube, overtime here for our first game of the year. And what an exciting game we had, especially here in the second half.
Yeah, we'll take overtime. I mean, with missed free throws, you know, does Kecoughtan in, and they're going to have to go into overtime to try to win this one. Unfortunately for Bethel, they lose Davis, and she sprained her ankle late in the fourth quarter. So we'll see what happens.
So Butler makes one. She was 2 for 7 in that fourth quarter when the free throw line. But that second one she made puts her team in the overtime. So Kecoughtan trying to steal a second game here from the Bethel Bruins. Bruins doing all they can do to keep it from happening.
4 minutes on the clock for overtime. And let's see how, you know, Bethel had a tough time inbounding the play. They're going to get the rebound too. So, you know, rebounding and ball possession is going to be huge in this overtime.
See, the Bethel band has played some good music tonight. It's great to have a band in the house. The Virginia band, I mean, we've been up to a Virginia ball game recently, and they had that great pep band. I notice how the young people check their phones when they come in, like, you know, they're sending a signal that they're here.
Yeah, exactly.
The one good thing about it, though, they're watching the game and cheering it, and those phones are in the pockets or on the bleachers. So they're going to have a tip-off here to start the first overtime. 42 apiece here. 4 minutes in high school for the first overtime. Sellers could jump against Talley for the Bruins.
Switch sides.
No, they stay the same way. Yeah, they were lined up to go the other way. They're going to stay the same way. The referee looks at Wu Bei to say, are we ready to go? And we're ready. Lee Martin's sweating a little bit.
He has a seat right next to us.
Yeah.
Price.
Tell Lee no interviews at the moment, please. His star freshman point guard.
No, that's not a good pass.
Throws in the middle. Faith Butler all over it. Here comes Watson. And they're going to pull it out and set it up. So they got Ely, Butler, and Watson in.
Good block by Palm.
Yep, Lewis. Sellers crawls on the floor, loses the ball, and she's going to be called. She's going to be out of bounds.
Talley with a great block.
But I think it was the Bruin player called out of bounds, so Watson's going to bring it in.
Inbound to Watson.
You got everybody in one corner of the floor, and that's exactly where they throw it. Fortunately, Bruins knock it out. Fortunately for the Warriors, Bruins knock it out. They'll try it again. Could they get more people in that corner? They have the cheerleaders. I'm surprised the band hadn't moved over there.
Watson in the inbound.
Watson takes her time, and there you go. Butler up top, guarded by Talley. It's been a good matchup tonight. Foul call.
I'm going to call a foul on a hand checking foul.
I think it's more of a foot check.
Okay.
I think he called a little bit of a trip. So who goes back to the line but poor Faith Butler? But she threw the pressure. She tied the game. So now she can put her team ahead with a couple free throws here. 42 all, 3:23 to go in overtime.
First free throw is good.
Sometimes at one shot.
That's all it takes. You see
We
the ball
saw
going in net.
Davis. I expect Davis to continue to play well here.
Second free throw, no good.
Rebound though to Sellers.
Sellers
is just all over the place.
Another timeout by Kecoughtan.
So timeout taken by Coach Toomer. He's going to talk to his Warriors. They had the lead by 1 here in overtime. What a first game, Wu Bei.
Very exciting.
This one didn't start off looking like an exciting game.
Kecoughtan had the 10-point lead. We thought it would be a blowout, and then Bethel made a run.
Behind really Armani Talley. I thought her speed and Price kind of got her feet under her. Again, they had been off for at least 2 weeks. 2 weeks, because I know they didn't play New Year's Eve.
Yep.
So they've been off, and they came back out here, and they've kind of got their energy back. And energy in the form of Armani Talley. And Jelani Davis, of course, with a big three-pointer.
Huge three, yeah, to
put her team in a tie ball game. She followed with a free throw.
And of course, for Kecoughtan, Faith Butler, Alana Sellers, and Diamond Lewis have been impressive. Of course, Buck and Watson have come in. Yeah, Ely.
Sneakily good. She is not, and she can work on her full court play, but her ball handling has been terrific. There's been a couple times she's pulled that ball back behind her and gone another way and left the defender standing.
Right.
So Watson the inbound again. Watson, I think, has been on the outside of the court more than the inside here in the last few minutes. She inbounds the ball. McFadden out with both Lewis and Sellers in for the Warriors.
It's Butler. Over to Watson. Guarded by Talley.
And the Warriors smartly in no hurry. They had the lead.
By Palmer. Good reach by Palmer.
All he's going to do is pick it up.
And the 5-second call.
Picked it up. Yep. I was surprised the call went that way. Because she had picked the ball up. I think that may have been a little bit of late call, but there we go. Bruin ball. 1-point deficit for Jada Price and her fellow Bruins.
Jada Price over to Palmer. Inside to Paris Williams. Drop step by Paris. Good move. She shoots it and she's fouled. Maybe got away with a walk, but.
Williams goes to the line for the first time tonight. Foul called on the Warriors, number 32, Alana Sellers. Only her second. She's been down there on the block all night.
Paris Williams' free throw is no good.
She needs one to tie the game for her team.
Second free throw is good.
And she does it, 43 all, ball down.
Oh.
McKenna Watson.
Oh, Chambers is fouled, no call.
There's a lot of collisions out there. And the Kecoughtan Warriors come up with the ball. Faith Butler brings it across. Down to Diamond Lewis, and she's going to be called. She's going to be fouled by Talley.
They just let them play.
Talley's fourth. Coach Dean over there standing in front of Jelani Davis, wondering when she's going to put her senior back in. No, that's going to be Talley's fifth.
Huge loss.
I'm not sure. Did we miss a foul on Davis? Is she out with fouls? That would be a big loss.
Man, Davis is, I don't know.
You know, all those fouls at the end of the game, but Talley now out. She finishes with 9. Diamond Lewis to the line. Her 5th and 6th free throws. She makes it. She's now 3 for 5 from the free throw line with 7 points on the night.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Palmer. As Bethel's down by 1, another errant just
Faith Butler with another steal. And she's fouled.
Jeez.
Chambers, I think, with her 5th. Yeah, that's her 5th. So Yana Chambers fouls out. She finishes the night with 7. So 2 of the top scorers out for the Bethel Bruins. And I think we might have missed Davis being out with fouls.
Yeah, I think we did miss it because
I don't see her even coming up. Deanna Guild comes in, so I would think this is where you insert Davis if you were keeping her. And I don't think she was hurt. But Guild comes in. Deanna Guild has played already tonight, so she should be ready to go. To the line, who else? Faith Butler.
Butler's first free throw was missed. I think she's more surprised that she's missing them than anything.
She's missed 8 free throws tonight, made 3.
Second free throw good. So Kecoughtan up by 2.
They crawl ahead by 2. Jada Price. McKenna Watson steals it. Watson has really played well tonight.
Yes, she has.
Ely dribbles all over the half-court line, but no call. Ely back to Watson. Those 3. Butler Watson and Ely have controlled the basketball for the Warriors.
Watson over to Butler. Butler holds it.
And she almost gave it up. As good steal attempt there by the Bruins number 24, Jalen Raines.
I'm going to call Raines with the foul. I think she's close. I think that might be her fourth.
Just her third. Janae Davis going by us with a big wrap on that left ankle. She's going to be out for the rest of the night, and I wouldn't doubt for a week or two.
Yeah, that's a shame because she was playing well.
But guess who's back at the line? Faith Butler. She puts the arc on it. She did that last time. She shouldn't have a problem. There it is. Oh, just rims out. 45-43 Kecoughtan. Butler trying to put another point on it. Minute 49 to go in overtime.
Timeout Bethel.
Michelle Dean is running out of options. She's got 2 or 3 that have fouled out. One that has been injured.
So the question now is, where do you get your scoring? Who
well,
scores?
I don't know, but Ralph Saunders just went and put a girl's uniform on, so maybe they're going to send the principal in. They're running out of players.
He was all world at Phoebus. Later on, going over to St. Paul's College and playing basketball.
Ask him how good he was. He'll tell you.
He'll tell you.
He actually is funny. I'd be facetious because he won't talk to us on the mic.
He won't talk to us on the mic. But he might kill me for saying this, but I remember I made one comment to him. I said, I heard you play with Boo Williams in high school. He said, hold on. Boo played with me. But that's about as boastful as he gets. He's the most humble guy I know.
He really is.
He won't talk about anything about his accolades. And won't come on camera either.
No, we had him on. If you remember, in fact, you may have been on the camera that night. He was on the far side bleachers at Darling Stadium.
I was.
And you could barely see him even when you zoomed in like that. But we got a good interview out of him. I had to chase him down. He couldn't get over the top of Darling Stadium and get away from me. Done a good job out here. The home academic excellence. Bethel High School out here on Big Bethel Road in Hampton. Very convenient, folks, to come out and watch a ball game here. A lot of fun. $5. $5 to get in here and watch night of basketball. Faith Butler. She's been at the line so much now, we just saw her get a piece of mail delivered there. She made that one.
That's a 3-point game.
And her 3 points are the difference.
Price trying to dribble. She needs help. Goes over to Palmer. Palmer dribbles. Reaching by
Butler.
By Watson. They don't call it. They get Butler. Now Butler loses it.
Diamond Lewis.
Picked up by Lewis.
Pivots about 4 times, but doesn't get a call.
Now Watson, almost another steal.
And now the Warriors just go play keep away. Faith Butler sees nothing.
Skip pass.
Gives up the pass.
Almost out of bounds. Back over to Ely.
Now watch Ely here with this when she reverses. Good. Butler. And Gill's going to have to foul her. She's got fouls to give. She's in the game to play good defense on Butler. She kicked in to another shoot. We're down to a minute here in overtime. Watson to Butler. And Gill finally fouls her. And Gill's going to see a little more playing time with that defensive performance.
Yeah, maybe Davis did foul out. We missed that one.
So Gill picks up her second. And Faith Butler. Got a little mat right there at her feet. If you look closely at her feet, it says home sweet home for Faith Butler.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, she's warming up now. Four points for her. 5 in the overtime. Lewis has the other free throw.
Second free throw is good.
Now 5 free throws here in overtime.
By 5. Paris Williams.
42 all coming in here. They put 6 points up. 5 of them are Faith Butler's. Jada Price had to come off her knee.
Palmer has nowhere to go. Almost travels. Nobody wants to shoot it. Paris Williams with the shot, and it's going to be no good.
Just rolls out. Good rebound by Butler. She throws it away. Price can't get it to fall.
Yeah. They just don't have anybody that can score on that right now at this point.
In the pick a foul scenario, I think it's going to send Palmer to the line. Empress Palmer, 6 points tonight. Her first time to the free throw strike. They trail it by 5. Only point comes on a free throw from Paris Williams for the Bruins here in the overtime period.
First free throw is no good by Palmer.
That's 2 missed free throws in the overtime. .48-43. Palmer with the second.
Second. Good by Palmer. So it's 48-44.
Here comes Ely, and she can take all day.
Ely over the timeline. Kicks it over to Watson.
Lewis. Watson, Lewis.
Just playing keep away at this point.
Yeah, Watson.
Over to
Faith Butler. Those 3 guards are hard to beat, and
wide
she throws
open.
it in
His
the
layup
cellar.
is good.
Good play. Alana Sellers. That's going to put it out of reach here for the Bruins. Watson's going to try to hold Price up.
They got to shoot a 3. Williams for 3. Almost. No good. Rebound Watson. And this is going to end it, folks. Kecoughtan's going to win it.
Kecoughtan grabs the win, Wu Bay, 50-44. Well, player of the game, I got to say, the 3 guards played very well for Kecoughtan, but Faith Butler struggles through the game, gets that last free throw, and then she hits 5 free throws in overtime to win it for her team. So a good ball game here. We're going to take a break before we go to the boys. Kecoughtan gets the win on the road, 50-44. Back in a few minutes for the boys game.